Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are going to be talking about the Aluminium Tsunami and some more thoughts and feedback on it before I sadly have to get rid of it because trying to recuperate some of these vehicle funds. But basically, yeah, I've been flipping this guy out a little bit. Not a ton, obviously. I do have the Titanium Tsunami, and I guess I should probably cover a little bit of, the comparison between the two. I've no clue where my actual one is at the moment though. It's most certainly somewhere. Yeah, I got no clue. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. But yeah, you can see Madco is making a nice little cameo appearance on the floor. But yeah, this is the Aluminium Tsunami. You can take a nice, good look at it. Really good milling here. Press fit Zen pins, T10 hardware, double-sided. Nice blade with milling lines on it. I need to get the right light to show you guys this, but see, can we get it to show you the milling lines? There you go. So yeah, it does have milling lines, bit of a sandblasted finish. I'm sure you can also get the DLC version, which is really cool. Now, I know that this blade fits on arm chuck handles and baliplus handles, and so I think even just for the price, which by the way, link to buy this guy in the pinned comment, I think this guy is a really, really good value for money just in general. When it comes to flipping, I actually think it doesn't flip as nicely. Please excuse my dog and any background noises you might find, but I don't think it flips as nicely as a titanium one in terms of competitiveness. It somehow feels a little chunkier. Now, the handle gap is the correct size, I would say. Excuse me. My Titanium Tsunami actually has quite a thin handle gap. I'm still trying to see if I can find it somewhere like where it's within reach. I'm sure it's on my desk, like behind my computer or something. But yeah, basically, it has the correct handle gap, this guy, more so than my actual one, where I find that this has a really, really just comfortable feel in the hand. Is it slippery? In comparison to the titanium one, I guess a little bit. But overall, I've been really enjoying flipping it. It's got a very neutral balance. Here you go. It's like ever so slightly handle bias with these weights in. I believe it is stainless steel hardware. It still does all the tricks just as well. It doesn't sound as cool, but it's got a gentle ring to it. The blade is sharp, for those wondering, but you can also get it in a false edge. Right, so look at that wash. Yeah, flips really well, really neutral balance. It doesn't chaplain super comfortably, I guess, because it is super neutral. At the end of the day, the weight is kind of fairly evenly distributed. It's not as kind of end biased as the titanium version, but that's to be expected with a less dense material. There will be a comparison video between the two. You'll be seeing that before you see the full review on this guy, but I thought I'd just make a nice shorter video kind of discussing how is living with this guy. Should you even consider it as an option to be buying, just kind of what am I thinking after spending a little bit more time with this guy. Obviously, this is after the little kind of three-way unboxing, which I really was surprised at how light it is. It's like light, but it doesn't feel super light, like, okay, in comparison with my Gaboon here, it's probably a similar weight to the Gaboon. Obviously, it's a little bit larger, I believe. If we come just down here, you can have it compared to Mako. There is your Nami. And here is the Gaboon. Still one of the goofiest names. You can see the handles are a little long. I mean, it's got the same dimensions really as the regular one. About the same length here, really. Maybe a tad bit longer than the Gaboon. But yeah, they're all about standard Balisong size, which is kind of nice. Means that it'll be comfortable to use. In comparison to the squareness of the handles, I mean, it feels like someone's just taken a Tsunami and made them out of aluminium. In comparison even to the Kraken over here, you can kind of see this guy has got essentially the same handles, they're just more rounded, which, to be honest with you, I actually do quite like in terms of how that feels in the hand. I think that it's a very comfortable balisong. It could be a little grippier. Definitely on the spine, it's lacking a little bit. But I think that's something that's fairly common with a lot of aluminium balisongs. Not on the spine, sorry, on the flats of the channel. Yeah, it's kind of uninspired. I wish they'd done some sort of line here or something there. And of course, the jimping is already useless on the titanium version, and it's even worse on the aluminium one. It's just pathetic, really. But other than that, the flipping experience, I mean, yeah, we can give you a little bit of a sound test. This is still kind of out of the box here, really. It could use a bit of a tune-up, to be honest with you. But it seems like it's going to be quite durable. I believe it's 7075 aluminium, or aluminum, for my brothers across the pond, brothers and sisters, I guess. Although I don't know how many female viewers we really have here on Tactic. I can't imagine it's a ton, but I imagine there's, you know, at least a couple. There's got to be some girls in the balisong community somewhere, you know. But yeah, overall, it is one of those. Oh, it's kind of one of those balisongs where, would I buy this? Actually, to be fair, it's in a similar price bracket to the Kraken. Speaking of which I did do a review on not too long ago, and it's certainly lighter and not as performance oriented. But I think it feels, well, the Kraken feels a bit more quality in the hand just from the extra weight. And it's a little smoother everywhere, you know, it's a Kraken, right? It's made to appease. But I do think that this not only looks better, I guess I have more pink balisongs, but I think it sounds a little better. And I think the biggest thing for me is that this is a fairly inexpensive blade and flipping upgrade for your Arm Shark trainers, or baliplus V4 trainers, if you have them as an option. Especially if you get a sandblasted baliplus V4 trainer, and you can throw on this blade on here, I mean, you literally have the live blade, basically. I mean, it'll be maybe off by a gram or so, simply due to the different densities of the steel alloys, but otherwise, I mean, it's exactly the same balisong, which is, like, you know, super exciting. But other than that, I've been really enjoying this guy. You can see it just flips really well. I think, yeah, the weakest point is certainly Chaplin's. Rollovers are great, fans are great, you know, aerials are also pretty good, you know, quite nice and predictable. It's got this kind of Kraken style balance, while still having a hint of Tsunami in there, or I should say weight distribution. Like, it's very evenly weight distributed. I think more evenly than even the titanium version, to the point where it's like on the edge of the blade has almost a bit too much momentum. Not weight, but momentum. And I think that's the biggest change here between, it just feels a little less thought through than the titanium version, which is, you know, perfectly fine. I mean, at half the price or slightly less, you know, at half-ish the price, you can't really expect too much, because it's half the price, but all the build quality, if not slightly more reliable build quality, because it's a channel balisong and not a Chamwich one, right? You know, decent tolerances out of the box here. You know, baliplus have really been stepping up their game. As soon as you just throw some oil in there, and you should be more or less good to go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to find the other Tsunami and make a comparison video, just to show you guys the differences between these two. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. You know, punch something in the comments to let me know that you were listening. Even write in block caps "punch" if you've made it this far in the video in the comment section down below. It does help me out. A subscribe also helps out, and consider becoming a channel member as well, because that's one of the few ways that I can keep bringing you guys, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily fabulous content, but consistent content at least throughout the days. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.